Topic today is food culture. We all know that we need balanced diet to stay healthy. We require the nutrition and energy that food supplies us to perform daily activities. On the other hand, meal times carry out diverse social functions. As a matter of fact, besides maintaining life, there are complex cultural issues regarding food. We grow up eating the food of our cultures. Many of us associate food from our childhoods with warm feelings and good memories. As a result, food ties us to our families, holding a special and a personal value for us. Food is also central to our sense of identity. Food choices can reveal background knowledge of a particular ethnic group. Food plays an essential role in cultural functions. A big meal is a must when it comes to celebrating holidays or religious events. People from different areas create unique flavors. Even immigrants preserve their cultures by cooking their traditional food from their original country. Each person might have his specific comfort food, which provides sentimental security, especially when he's under emotional stress. So that's why he needs the comfort provided through by the food that he's so familiar with and might be his favorite one. So when your parent makes you your traditional and favorite meal, have you ever stopped to wonder where that meal came from? Are you interested? Are you curious to know? And as we grow up and become more familiar with our culture, we also learn more about the foods we grow up eating. Our food choices are an indication of our beliefs, your religious beliefs, your passions, your likes, dislikes. You're crazy about something maybe, and your background, your knowledge, and some assumptions and personalities even. Food choices tell stories of our families that give us a sense of meaning and direction. Food not only tells stories of families, but also acts as a means of retaining, keeping one's cultural identity. People from different cultural backgrounds eat different kinds of foods. The ingredients put in a dish, methods of preparation, cooking process, techniques of preservation, and the types of food consumed at different meal times vary quite different, right, among cultures. So people from different cultural backgrounds, they have a unique way to prepare the food, to preserve the food, and also not to mention the ingredients are so distinct, so different. Traditional foods are passed down from one generation to the next. So you not only inherit property, you also inherit recipes. Some of them become so representative that when they are mentioned, we immediately think of a particular country. So the food is so famous or well known that it can represent, it's kind of like a symbol of this culture, this country. For example, when we see raw fish, the fish which is uncooked, right? Okay, we immediately associate with sushi and Japan, of course. We also use food to celebrate, such as cakes for birthdays, roasted turkey for Thanksgiving, and eggnog for Christmas. Well, an eggnog is a kind of punch or cocktail, very popular in England. They used to believe it can cure your cold. And now in North America, Canada, and the USA, okay, it's generally consumed over the Christmas season. Some practices and beliefs surrounding food come from religious traditions. Muslims fast during Ramadan, so there's a long period of time they don't eat. Okay, so to fast is to stop eating for a period of time. So that's why we get the name breakfast. So in general, people eat 3 meals a day. And then if you consider between dinner and the breakfast, there's the longest period of time that people don't eat. So in the morning, you wake up, you start to eat food, you break your fast, the period of time without eating. Okay, and then we all know that, especially now we have so many immigrants that work here in Taiwan who are Muslims. Okay, so they have the fast for I think it's about around 1 month, maybe. Yeah. And then, okay, so that's about Muslims. And then Orthodox Jews follow dietary laws referred to as a kosher diet. Okay, Orthodox, the word, it actually means very traditional. Okay, and the Jewish people, okay, they eat a kind of diet that's referred to as a kosher diet. So in their notion, they believe some animals are clean, some are not clean. So unclean, so it's not appropriate to eat these kind of animals. And many followers of Buddhism and Hinduism, a lot of Indian people are actually believe in Hinduism. And Jainism. Jainism is a very ancient belief in India. Okay, and Buddhism, Hinduism, Nazism, they maintain a vegetarian diet. Okay, because they try to avoid killing living creatures, so they choose to eat vegetarian diet without meat. Society, as well as individual factors like lifestyle, job, education, household structures, gender roles, and degrees of hospitality, can influence our food choices too. So, besides your background, your culture factors, there are also some individual cultural factors that affect your eating choices, food choices, okay, such as your lifestyle, and your job, your education, and then even your gender. Okay, they can kind of like make kind of various choices of the food you eat. So, and then also the media also plays an essential role in how we see or choose the food we eat. Some advertised foods that are low in nutritional value, nevertheless, have become extremely popular. And also the ads, advertisements or TV commercials, they also influence our choice of food. So because we are influenced by the ads, then we would actually eat some foods which can be low in nutritional value anyway. So whether it's the luxury of dining on caviar and champagne, or the necessity of fueling our bodies with a full breakfast for the whole day, for the work day. So we eat, sometimes you want to enjoy the luxury, okay? So you have a very luxurious dinner, which might include caviar. Caviar is like from the eggs of large-scale fish, right, like salmon. So it's a kind of delicacy. People actually call caviar and also the goose liver, and also truffle, okay, as the delicacies in the kitchen. Truffle is the fungus, right? Okay. There once was a person that actually in his book, he also referred to truffle as the diamond in the kitchen. Yeah. So very luxurious, very expensive stuff, right? And then you might, in a luxurious dinner, good food, and then might be accompanied by champagne or champagne in French. Okay, it's called champagne. Okay, it's actually an area in France. The area is called Champagne. So the wine that's produced in this area can be called as a champagne. Okay. And then sometimes we eat just for necessity. We need a fuel. We need energy that food provides our body. Okay, so we need a full and big breakfast to sustain the day's activity. So some people actually say, you advise us, right, to breakfast like a king, okay, but maybe dinner like a beggar. So if you want to keep a healthier lifestyle, maybe you shouldn't skip your breakfast. And then sometimes waiter is eating Thanksgiving turkey or nibbling on Valentine's Day chocolate. Food represents choices that each of us may make. Therefore, we ought to choose what we eat wisely. And sometimes we eat some kind of food because it's just a kind of tradition. In this holiday, we have certain kinds of food, okay, as a way to celebrate it. So, like turkey is a very important main dish on Thanksgiving dinner, right? And then for Valentine's Day, chocolate, okay? So the verb to nibble means to eat a small bite of something. You eat a small amount at one time, but then repeatedly. Okay, so under whatever situation you might eat simply, you might have a luxurious meal, okay, but then these are all the food choices we make. So, in your opinion, which dish is distinguishably Taiwanese that might be a top one comfort food for an overseas Taiwanese? Like they would miss a lot, right? If they are not able to eat this Taiwanese food when they are away from Taiwan. So please leave your message.